everybody, it's Natasha Lee, aka your photo manager, and I'm here with my Project Life 2024 week 11, and here are my process videos on how I go about using Canva to make my weekly pages. Let's dive right in. So the first thing I usually do is copy an old page where I pick the week box, which I always have decided to put in the top left hand corner. That helps me not have to make one decision less, which is great. So what you can see me doing here is just kind of deciding on the layout for my pages. So I love this wall art that I saw, but I wanted to kind of fade it to a dark background, so I picked a shape and filled the shape to be the same color, size as the first box, made it black, and then positioned it to the back. And then once I did that, I then went up to the transparency or the opacity. I first quickly flipped the image and then brought the transparency down to reveal the black that was from what that was behind, just to sort of, so that the week text could still pop out. And then I replaced the text and updated the dates so that they were correct for week 11. I'm really happy with what that looks like. I loved that wall art in the restaurant that we saw up in Ballito in the north coast of South Africa. And then this is one of my favorite things, is to take panoramic shots and fill them from side to side. This prints really nicely in a 12 by 12 inch or 30 by 30 inch book, which is what I've chosen. And then this was a weekend drive where we went up the north coast, and we found a lovely spot to have a delicious chicken and prawn curry at the Salt Rock Hotel. And actually it turns out that this weekend was my sister's birthday, so that was really nice that we could go and enjoy time together and celebrating her birthday. This was a little bit more art that was inside one of the restaurants that we went to. This was actually in Surf Riders, where we went and had a coffee and a little bit of dessert after our curry. And you can see me here just sort of deciding that I'm going to include all 4 bits of art which I loved, and I'm just resizing them to fit in the gap between the 2 photos that I used on the bottom layer. So here I am just bringing in the images. So we've got a stingray, a whale, a turtle, and a wave. Awesome sea theme within that restaurant, and the panoramic picture up above is the view from that restaurant. I absolutely love it. Here you can see I'm just sort of fiddling around to try and get those a little bit more even, but to be honest, I'm not being really fussy. It's nice when you can see that 2.4, that's like the gaps between. Thankfully in Canva, they've got these kind of intelligent guides that try and help you get the spacing equally. So here I'm going to have a look for a happy birthday text. And I know that I actually I think later I end up adding the word gold happy birthday, because that's what I was looking for. So happy birthday banner, a gold happy birthday banner, and I choose graphics. And I look around until I find something. I was looking for something with a solid background, and there's what I'm pretty happy with that. Position that in the center of the page, and that was the birthday weekend getaway. The second thing I decided to include for this week was a networking function. Actually, I went to 3 networking functions this week, so it was a pretty busy week. It didn't help that I actually had no voice. I had laryngitis. But here you can see me simply just picking pictures that I had previously uploaded, and then I realized I'd missed out a picture, so I went back and uploaded that a little bit later. And here I am sort of just repositioning and playing with the positioning of the various images in the boxes. You can see that networking is an important part of my business for me, and I've included the people here. This is Miranda. She very kindly gave my company a testimonial during the one meeting. And generally I give away a prize, which is a voucher to Crazy Korean normally, so from my one business to my husband's business, and that gives us a bit of exposure. And you can see here I am just fiddling around with the images and sort of switching up the order because I wanted to put them in the order of the event. So it was KZN Women in Business first, and then I had Umhlanga Women in Business, and also the RobinHood Foundation function that I attended. And yep, I'm pretty happy with how this is looking. I'm probably going to need just one more image to add on the end there. I group the images together and I reposition them, and I use Canva's guides of sizing to make sure the spacings are all equal. And then I decide the final thing I need is just a little bit of a red pop at the top. So I grab a shape and I fill the shape just to take up that top, and then I go to edit the color and pick a color from the document. So this wraps up week 11. Thanks everybody for watching my videos, and please make sure to go back and watch some of the other weeks and like and subscribe if you'd like to see more.